Hello, I'm Mesha from Mesha's Corner, and today I'm going to be making a few things, particularly brisket. We're going to start with fresh garlic, fresh white onions, chili powder, and Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. Also, fresh thyme and bay leaves. And we're going to use this machine a little bit later on. So this is what the brisket looks like after being marinated overnight. And what I used was onion salt, chili powder, and a little bit of black pepper. I didn't use a lot of seasoning or a lot of salt because I also used the Walker's Wood traditional jerk seasoning. If you're not gonna make your jerk seasoning from scratch, I would suggest this is the one that you get because this is the best one and the most traditional. Also, this has pepper, salt, onion, allspice, nutmeg, cane sugar, and thyme. So you don't really need much of anything. However, I did use aromatics. I have in the bottom underneath the brisket, I have onions, fresh garlic, fresh thyme, and bay leaves. And it's now going into the oven at 300 degrees, and I'm going to check the internal temp at the 4-hour mark. Usually it's between 4 to 5 hours for this size brisket. This was a 13-pounder and I cut it in half, so it's around 6.5 pounds. Also, this is the liquid that I'm going to use to keep the brisket moist. This is orange juice and some herbs. Then I'm going to cover the brisket very tightly with aluminum foil, and to the oven it goes for 4 hours. At this point I'm going to check it, and then I'll be back. Now I'm working on homemade whipped cream for the strawberry shortcake cupcakes, and in the bowl I have heavy whipping cream, a teaspoon of vanilla, 1/3 cup of sugar, and 3 tablespoons of rum. You can use whatever rum you like, and just mix until it thickens, and it should be finished within 2.5 to 3 minutes. But you stop when you have thick peaks. Don't go over that because then it will turn into butter. So this is what it should look like when it's almost done, nice and thick. Cutting up some fresh strawberries. For the 2 shortcakes, I guess this is about a cup of strawberries, and I'm cutting them into like a moon shape. And I'm also going to mix them up into the fresh whipped cream that I just made. Okay, so now I'm incorporating the strawberries into the fresh whipped cream, and all of it. And then I'm going to stir it up, and we're going to build our shortcakes. Okay, so now I'm cutting the cupcakes, and remind you, these cupcakes were made ahead of time for the sake of the video. They were made ahead of time, and now I'm cutting them in half because I'm going to actually stuff these cupcakes with our fresh whipped cream and strawberries. And then we're going to top them with the tops, and I'll be right back. Okay, so there you have it. This is the strawberry shortcake cupcakes. On the bottom is just some strawberry jam with some lemon juice and a little bit of a tad bit of rum, and also scattered around the plate is some fresh strawberries. And yeah, that's it. And let's go check on our brisket. Okay, so it's out the oven. This is what it looks like. I just poured the sauce from the pan on there, and I separated the onions and the garlic, and it's off to the side. Okay, so now I'm cutting into the brisket. Remember, guys, to let your brisket rest for at least 45 minutes before you cut into it, and it'll be juicy like mine. But let it rest for at least 45 minutes to an hour before you cut into it, and so the juices could redistribute and, you know, be moist. This is the, you know, the end result. You could eat yours with rice, mashed potatoes, whatever you like. I have Jamaican Festival, and those are the onions that were underneath the base of the brisket. It also could be eaten as a side because it was a lot, but it's juicy, and the Festival is like a sweet bread. You know, if you're Caribbean, you will know what that is. But yeah, thanks for watching.